Welcome back to Après STEEP. We had to take a week off. We are so sorry about that. Work decided to kick both of us right in the teeth, but we are back today with a wonderful main topic. It is the first of a three-part series of questions posed by none other than Sofex. We will get to that right after news. It's Après STEEP, episode 36.
In honor of episode 36, there are just 36 days left until Riders Republic comes out, but we still have a few more events planned for STEEP. First, the film festival page is still live at nickandmitch.com/filmfest. You can submit up to 10 links of previous videos, new videos, whatever you want, as long as it's about STEEP, and we'll talk about that film festival more. That'll take place sometime in October. We also have TFG Canyon fodder and the beta best trick submissions. They're going to be due this Sunday, which is, I forget the date, so the 26th or 25th. But you got to get your submissions up onto our website. You can also check out our Discord, and that'll be your chance to win one of these medals that gets sent out immediately after you win. So we'll have a nice Canyon fodder medal set up, and that's it. So let's head over to the main topic. Like Nick said, we have a main topic brought to us once again by Sofex, so I've been calling him the script writer in the Discord because he's giving us basically all of our shows at this point. And he had another wonderful question about what DLC we would like to see in Riders Republic, and broken into 3 different sections, one dealing with sports, one with content like challenges, and the other one with the maps. So this week we'll talk about the first one, next 2 weeks we'll talk about the other 2. So he started with what DLC would we like added. We already know that BMX is coming as DLC, and if you got the survey after playing in the beta, they asked about a load of other sports. They mentioned and showed pictures of rock climbing, kayaking, parachuting, freestyle motocross, mountain skateboarding, zorballing, and even some more. So what sports do you want to see come to Riders Republic?
So, do you want to focus on just the list that we were provided, or are we freestyling this?
You can add stuff too. I think mine are both on this list unless I think of something else, but
okay,
you can go off topic.
Well, I'll start with one that's on the list right now. I think kayaking would be a lot of fun, especially coming from STEEP and having as much water as we had in that game, and we weren't able to access it at all. You know, Riders has water as well, and it's just, you're begging for it, especially with all of the canyon features, all of the waterfalls. I really think kayaking would be a blast. My one just throwing it off the wall would be freestyle snowmobiling. I think that would be incredible. They're already in the game. They absolutely rip on snow, and it would be fun to just even have some different events or some different challenges that were geared towards the snowmobile. You know, even if it's just like a fun bank race, almost like a bobsled track or something for a snowmobile, showing some love for them would be fun. A race series or something along those lines.
Yeah, I think they could do stuff with a snowmobile that's already in there too, and not make it much harder, even if you're not adding in flips, because if you've tried taking them off of jumps in the beta, they go, but you're not like getting massive air like you are on skis or snowboards. But even simple button presses that would make you do a Superman or a spin or something really kind of SSX tricky, wacky on top of the snowmobile, while it's still maintaining that weird physics path, it would just be kind of flashy and cool to do, almost like emoting. But if you could add in some of the other stuff too, I wouldn't complain. If you could launch it off and do a couple barrel rolls and then land it down. We've seen how wacky this game is with the funky sports. Like, snowmobile isn't the one to stick to the realism on at this point.
No.
You could go for it, but it is great for traversal too. But people use it to drive around, but I think more people want to actually use it to get around. From my experience, most people were using the rocket wingsuit to get from location to location anyways, since it's very fast.
Yeah, you and I think we're just trying to hit each other when we were riding snowmobiles, coming in, you know, Jurassic Park style, clever girl, just flanking from the right side, coming out of the trees, no one sees him coming. Yeah, definitely having more fun with the snowmobile than anything else. I think it's a great traversal tool, like you said, but it deserves to be fun. It has an awesome engine noise in the game. It has awesome snow physics. It has awesome just feel, grip, speed. Everything about it is fantastic. I think at some point they're realistically going to have to show it some love. But I would love to see a whole DLC dedicated to snowmobiles and making those just shine in the spotlight for a little bit. You said that you had two, and they were both on this list. What you got, man?
Well, going along with the snowmobile, I think freestyle motocross I saw brought up, that would be a no-brainer based on the map. I mean, you can ride a dirt bike in the snow. It's not that much worse. People do it for fun stuff, but there's so much dirt, especially down in like the open landscapes where you had that, I think it was called the wave, where it was like that smooth polished sand.
It's one of my favorite spots.
Yeah, I know.
It was gorgeous.
And then that whole bottom right of the map, other than the rocket bike, isn't used too much. There's some cool bike parks, but it would just be so much fun to rip around those dunes on a dirt bike, because you can't do that on a snowmobile. It works, but you want to rip on a dirt bike, and obviously add in the freestyle element, because that just takes it to a whole nother level. I saw MX vs ATV is coming out with a new game that doesn't look great, but that was like my childhood. Okay. So I think they could easily take over, add quads and dirt bikes in this, and that's a simple add. If you have the snowmobile physics already, even if they handle just like that, reskin it, just handle like the snowmobile.
That's what I was just going to say. It makes sense. You have the engine, you have the speed and the control of the snowmobile, and you have the bike physics from the mountain bikes and the BMX that are coming. So you have the trick sets in the game already. You have the physics for both. Let's just make it. Let's just do motorcycles, folks. Let's get some FMX up on these hills.
Or I just caught myself because I was going to bring up a point and be like, but you can't really have dirt bikes and ATVs. Like, you don't see them much in the national parks. And then I was like, but you have the rocket bike in the game. I'm like, why is that even up for consideration at this point?
Through.
Yeah, you got snowmobiles and you got rocket bike and rocket skis. So I don't think that part of realism is the hill to die on.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, I think motocross would be awesome. There'd be some sick races that you could do too, especially on some of the roads and dirt. Like, there's beautiful paths in Sequoia. The other one, just because I think it would be hilarious, would be the Zorb balling. Just rolling around in those giant, clear plastic balls down the hill, down the rivers, like you said, over the waterfalls, and just causing chaos. And I think those have to defy physics and like have a boost where you can, just like the rocket skis, somehow it's a rocket Zorb where you can just like make it pick up speed. It goes fast and it should be able to run over people and knock them off of their sport. Because I'm picturing an event kind of like imagine a mass race with 4 or 5 skiers. Yeah, no, 4 or 5 skiers and then 55 Zorb ballers coming down behind him and just bouncing everywhere all over the map. That's what has to happen. And it could be like bowl shaped too, like a half pipe, a long half pipe race course, but it's all Zorb balls chasing you.
Have you ever been to a water park with one? I call it the toilet bowls.
Yep.
Where it like kind of just goes around in a circle until you go through the funnel. It has one of those in the race at some point.
Oh yeah.
It's over in waves or whatever. And it's just a big spiral bowl where all the Zorb balls fall through. As an audio guy, the sound effects, like thinking about the sound effects for those, because don't they typically use water? In a warmer situation to get you to slide in the ball, they put some water in there, right?
I don't know. I've never...
Or else you'd be like sticking and being thrown around.
They might spray it down a little bit.
Okay. I just feel like that would be a gross sound effect. The Foley would be just gross. We'd isolate it and listen to it and no one would like it. I don't know. I'm looking too deep into it. Like I said, it's an audio guy's thing.
I mean, they could have some fun though, where the music, the soundtrack of the game is all muffled, like you're inside the Zorb ball.
You just hear squishing plastic around you. That's what I don't like.
Imagine the first-person camera in that.
We thought the GoPro was bad and steep. Let's just put you into a rolling hamster ball. Good luck!
It's a plastic filter so you can't see anything in front of you.
It's a thin film you can kind of see if it's just super blurry. Before you and I banter ourselves off a cliff here, I want to bring up a good point that you brought up about the national parks and equipment and gear. Do you think, obviously the national parks, they don't typically have motor vehicles ripping through them. It's cars that are just touring, but you can't take a quad. You probably can't take a snowmobile in most of the ones that are featured in the game. Nothing with an engine typically is used for exploration in a national park. That aside, do you think gas-powered machines, if they are used as a sport in this game, would take away from what Riders Republic is, what Steep used to be? The rocket wingsuit kind of gets a pass because the flying thing is novel, but it's just like any other motorcycle game if you have motorcycles in here, right? It's not the snowboarding, skateboard, or mountain biking game. It's now there's motocross. And it's the motocross game with bikes.
I was going to say, where did this deep question come from at like 8 o'clock at night? Maybe we should record later at night because you get real deep. I know.
We're getting deep.
Man, that's not a face level question.
No, I know. And we can save this. We can end it right here. I'm sorry to just hit you over the head with that.
I think they should be in the game. And
okay.
It's not a skiing and snowboarding game anymore. Steep wasn't even. You had the paraglide and you got base jumping. I mean, if you're adding base jumping in,
okay,
and a sled,
yeah, that's very true.
Like we have to make this the action sports game is what they're going for, and that's why I think, they said skateboarding was on that survey too. They're just gauging interest, and you can make a skateboarding game. Like Skate will sell a lot when that comes out, but Skater XL and Session, and then what are the other sports we have? Like we got the snowboard game, and Mark McMorris had a snowboard game. Those
Descenders,
bike. Those don't sell crazy, and they're not going to be made. They're not going to be made by a big studio ever, other than Skate.
Right.
And it wasn't for 10 years, over 10 years maybe. So I think they're just, all the action sports, exploration. I saw someone reviewing it, some big YouTuber that was playing it, and was like, this is a game that no one has been making. And so I think they're trying to absorb that. And it's like the X Games. If you like skiing and snowboarding in the X Games, you're going to watch the other sports too. You watch snowmobile. So
Right. Yeah, no, that you bring up a great point. I guess I'm fixating too much on the Steep aspect of the mountain stories and how connected it was to the environment. And I guess I'm just not in the Riders Republic mindset yet, where this is kind of grab bag. It's a little bit of everything. I don't want to compare it to Jackbox, but it has a little bit of everything all under one roof. Different elements of the same thing. So yeah, it's exploration, but it's also community and doing what you want, the freestyle, the flexibility to do and enjoy that space however you deem fit.
It's bad comparison. Maybe we shouldn't record late, but I was going to say it's like Fortnite. You can either dress up like an army commando and wear a skin that blends in with some browns and greens, or you can dress up as a banana and do the latest Cardi B dance and round everyone. So you get to choose what you want to do.
I still don't understand why you play as a naked banana. Let's stop the main topic right now. Thank you so much to Sofex for, again, the first part of a 3-part Sofex series of main topics. We have 2 more incredible questions. Let's see if we can get as deep as we did tonight on those next week. Thank you, Sofex. We will see you guys over in the Riders Roundup. Starting off the Riders Roundup this week, we are going back into the Riders Republic beta album. You can find that link down below in the description. You can also find it over on our Discord page. This week, we are taking a look at none other than Noah Morris. Mitch, I know I selected my picture first, but I'm going to let you showcase yours first. Which one did you grab?
In that case, I'm going to go with the blue photo out of his series. It's the only one that has kind of the dark blue ambiance. And he, I believe, I don't think it's a Superman, but that's what I'm going to call it. But I know it's probably not the way his hands are placed. But he's doing a nice grab with his bike. And just, I don't know, I like the way that he's horizontal or parallel with the horizon line kind of in the background. You got the mountains, and then just the outline of his body and the wheels somewhat matches the outline of the mountains down below. And then you got the sun shining through in between, but a lot of haze, I think, in that filter, and a lot of blur too. So you're really focused on that bike and the rider. And from what it seems like, his colors kind of match too, at least on the bike and the outfit. It looks a little reddish purple. So I don't know. I just love the way this looks, especially the trick.
You were raising a stink just before we started recording here. You had concern right above that back tire there, that right tire, little cube going on there. I don't think we ever came to a conclusion on what we thought that was.
Ooh, yeah. I think that cube, it looks like an XYZ plane on me, but maybe I've been doing too much 3D printing because that's what the software looks like. So
the game's trying to tell you something.
I know, it's telling me to stop.
I am going to, in the same vein here, Noah Moore has posted, I believe, 4 pictures. We're only picking 1 each. 5. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm awful. 5 pictures. You can go check out the other 3 that we did not feature over in the album. I'm going with the first one that came in here. It is just one heck of a cross-section of everything that Riders Republic is. I mean, you know, you got the snow bits, you got some dirt, you got some grass, of course. You have the road down there for the road bike. Then you have those mountains in the background. Noah, I need to know where you took this picture. I need coordinates. I need you to walk me there yourself. This is such a cool cross-section of the entire game. Full stop. Yeah. Wonderful job, man.
Full stop. I'm going to say this is the southwest corner of the Sequoia Range, because that kind of looks like those canyons that I'm picturing. So I think a Mammoth Mountain is kind of wrapped around this hill on the right. But we'll see, maybe, if he knows where he took this photo. Should have geotags like real life where you can tell exactly where that was posted.
I love it. I love it. We will have to try and recreate this picture in just 36 days. Thank you so much to Noah Morris and everyone else who has already submitted to the Riders Republic beta photo album. Again, you can find the link down below in the description. You can also find it over on our Discord channel. Feel free to dump all of your pictures from the beta in there. We would love to see what you came up with, and we are highlighting the best of the best. You can always check out all of the rest in the album in the link down below. We also had a picture submitted by Pancake.
Over in our Discord in the self-promo channel, Pancake shared this photo, and it's gorgeous. It's from both Steep and Riders Republic, so I love that concept, love that idea. Put some planning behind this, and both of them are standing up on top of the balloons. You can see all of the other balloons, too, in Riders Republic in the distance with the X Games one and some of the other locations, but I just like how both of them are waving to each other. Obviously using the emote in one and then the celebration in the other, but just a really cool, one's on the left, one's on the right, one's at sunset, one's at sunrise, I think, based on the colors that are in place. So just a really beautiful artistic photo.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, as the sun sets in Steep, the sun is rising over in Riders Republic. This is poetic over here. Pancake, wonderful job. I really want to hope that this was planned, that you had this picture in mind. But if it was coincidental, I mean, hats off to you for having the inventory that you do. This is fantastic. What a work of art. I see one more bullet point, but it says there is more stuff over on the self-promo tab of the Discord. Again, link down below to join the community over there. We are going to cap off the broadcast there because we are both exhausted.
It's been a long week, yeah. And by a long week, it's been a long Monday and Sunday for you with football. So, yeah, you can check out some other cool stuff over in our Discord. We got some posts, some new from Rom92. I was looking at that, and I think Steepest Legend did a bike tour around Sweden, which was really cool. So you can watch that, but you can also just head over to our Discord for anything. We've been talking about Steep and Riders Republic and random sports and real life sports and esports and nothing. Some food. I saw some food posts recently. Yeah.
You can't forget the food.
I know.
It's my favorite. Yes, please come and join the community over on Discord. We would love to have you. Get in now before the chaos of Riders Republic starts. Get to know everyone before we're all shredding on the mountains together. Thank you so much to our executive producer, Bone Crusher 2D, and Coach 34, along with co-producers It's the Mort and Mitch's mom, and not to forget our fans and Fans Plus. Thank you for supporting the Nick and Mitch YouTube channel.
Yes, if you want to join as a member, you can hit join down below and get some cool perks like a little early access to these episodes, one-off videos that are like one per month, members only, a couple emojis, a couple stickers next to your name. I think I saw Nate rocking the 2 in the live premiere of the medals, and that will go up to 6 months soon. And yeah, you can also just subscribe if you want to catch all of our events. We'll have this show every week. We'll have Riders Report every week starting soon, and the couple remaining TFG events will also be up.
Yeah, can't wait. Tons of wonderful things coming here as the year is closing out, as the time is running down on Steep. Riders Republic, obviously, right around the corner, trying to wrap up all we can before we make the transition full on to the brand new game. Stick with us as we wrap up Après STEEP in the upcoming weeks and work towards Riders Report. More news on the next chapter of Nick and Mitch and the next chapter in video games shortly. What am I doing?
Just sign off.
We're done here. I'm Nick.
And I'm Mitch.
And we'll see yous on the slopes.